You are welcome, my friend. It's your friend, Dr. Yazama Damas. Yesterday, I went over to Jinja and I was I was at Bujagali Falls. These are all nice places, guys. But when we were still down here, before we left to Bujagali Falls, we were at the source, we moved on water up to Jinja. When we were leaving, we went with, we were a bit many, and I was speaking on the boat that I was on, and each boat had 150 plus, but I was amazed. I didn't know that boats can come like together. It was really nice seeing it, and then I started imagining, how could it, But I realized one thing: on all the boats around them, on the outer body, they had tires. They had that rubber thing around it, around the boat, and in front of the nose, there was a big tire. The one that I was on, it had a very big tire, a heavy tire. So when these boats came, they came closer. So you would come and step on a boat. So they would come and step, on boats. You sit in the boat you want. Is it the right word if I call them boats? They're yacht, kinda. Boat is a general word that they use, but they're mini ships. Is it the right word? Anyway, I'm not so good at I don't know those vessels of water transport, so I'll call them boats or yacht. So you would come and step on this one, and you go on the other one, kinda. So we went on like that. And it was a lesson. It was a lesson to me. It was really a big lesson, because even before they come together, they would switch off the engine. Now the last boat, the engine was on, and it came. I think, is it called a captain, a pilot? I don't know. Maybe a captain. I had not switched off the engine, and then the guy on our boat told him, switch off the engine. So this guy switched off the engine. So when he switched off the engine, the boat was able to stay in one place or to come closer, because whenever the engine was on, it was moving, it kept on moving, and it would make the water make waves, and so it was just making a wave, and the boats were moving. So when he switched off, it was still. So when it was still, it came on one another, or they were able to be on the same line. Although waves would come, it would not swing them much. It would just do like this a bit. And then I realized why they put those tires around, those rubber around, to avoid breakage. Because remember, all of them, they're made, I don't know, that it's plastic. They would be banging each other, and they would crack each other. Even if it was metal, but I think it's not metal. It's hard plastic. I don't know that material they use. So it would keep on knocking on one another. They would keep on knocking on one another due to the waves on the water, and then they'll end up cracking. And we all know what happens to a boat once it cracks. Water will definitely get in or penetrate. So this takes me to today's message. The message I got from there Many of us have problems in our homes or in our businesses, in our organizations, because our engines are on. So if your engine is on and then the other person's engine is on, you can never come together. Actually, even the Bible says, how can the two move together unless they agree? So switching off the engine helped this boat settle. So, and then this rubber, whenever they kind of like hit each other, it's the rubbers that were hitting each other, and rubbers, they would not damage the boat. So I remember very well a video told you that I no longer move with my wife, the lover birds, going everywhere. Being in love does not mean that you have to do follow. In the church, in my church, a lot of people work together with their spouses. So I had that thing. I don't know whether it's a script, but that's how my church is. So I was not working in church. I'm not a pastor. I wasn't a deacon. But I was coping because I was surrounded with pastors. So I started moving with my wife everywhere, introducing her to my friends, as you know, when you just got married. And so I kept on moving with her, going with her here and there, working with her. But the more we were together, the more we had issues. We never got better. Yet we were meant to grow together to get better. But I realized the more we moved together, the more we never understood each other. But all that goes back here. So when you don't have moving together without having rubbers or without having, borders, without respecting one another's borders, will always make you crash. You will crack, and then the waters, and then you will drown. So, young people out there, or couples out there, you woman and you man watching me, you have to know, have guts, know that these are my boundaries. I am the head of this home, but I'm not the Lord of my wife. Get me right. If you didn't hear it, replay it. Rewind it. If you don't have it in your head that you're not Lord of that pattern of yours, you'll crash. People speak many things. By the way, people will advise you ABCD, but it's not what's happening in their homes. You really don't know what's happening in your bishop's home or your pastor. He lets you know what he wants you to know, but behind the scenes, behind there, it's fire. Let no one lie. Okay, you can see me putting on this t-shirt, but do you know what I'm putting on down here? Do you know whether I have do you know whether I'm putting on a panty or not? Do you know whether I'm putting on a trouser? You don't know. So I only let you see what I want you to see. And that's it. That's how things are done. You don't know what's happening in your politician's house. You don't know what's happening in your overseer's house, the founder. That's how things are. We only show you what we want you to see. Back to our topic. So these boats would not rub each other. They would not break due to the rubbers that are put around them. So you have to show your spouse boundaries. Many times we've crashed with my wife, and I've put boundaries. If she goes beyond the line, fire on her. I don't joke about that. And also, I don't go beyond. You get? I don't encroach on her boundaries. I don't go to her workplace. I don't want to. At times she calls me and I'm like, I'm coming. But I know why I don't want. I don't want to do the mistakes she did. I've been at her workplace once or twice. I think once. But I can't keep on going. Now I'm from work, let me go and pick her. Oh my God. Am I a car? Can she move up to home? She has her life. People send me pictures of her in restaurant, taking having bottles with her name. There's a picture someone sent me. She was in a restaurant, having juice with a glass, having her name. There's a pet name I gave her. You get? I can't. Okay, I call out. You're in this restaurant. No, I don't. But I saw the picture, and even when she came back, I did not ask her that. These days you take yourself out, and no, I didn't. But me, I used to take her out. But I would have said, before you started working, I used to take you out, but you've gone out many times, you don't. Times they send me when she's at Jamil, there's our chicken guy. Jamil, what? That's how life is. You don't have to encroach. Old friends, because you have this friend and you think you are wiser than them, and then you want to show them, you'll crash. I had friends who used to come here, but some of them never respected their boundaries. I had to put them where they belong. Be it your politician, be it you a pastor, that this guy is, consider you call us your sheep. You don't have to just show because you are someone's boss. Master Effects employs people. We have a team of around 9 to 10 people. But I can't just step in their homes. I can't just, do anything to their kids or what. No. They are not my children. Even my children, according to age, I deal with them according to their age. I can't just. So when they marry, I'll not just go in their homes. No. You get problems because my sister is married. I can't just start stepping in my in-laws' house. I can't just familiar her husband. No. So give. Actually, the Bible says, study to be approved. I remember that word was, I got it from one of my lectures. I have never told you I did Cisco at Makerere, and Bariam Leva, Professor Bariam Leva was our big guy. But I think I learned that statement from him. I did the Cisco course when Cisco had just, but just, you should always have boundaries, and you'll have peace. You will have friends. There's some people I respect, we've been together for almost 20 years, and they have boundaries. Those that didn't have or didn't respect boundaries, we crashed, and we are no more. So be it relationship, be it business, be it politics, be it religion, you have to have boundaries. We've crashed with some of my neighbors. There's one neighbor we crashed with. Boundaries. I was here, we had boundaries demarcated, landstones were there, and then later they measured a different thing, and then they had to extend their boundaries down without we didn't have even discussion. Just woke up one day, we had to crash. I respect them, but we had to crash, because you don't just come in someone's property. With respect, they extend theirs. Now me, I have nowhere to extend to. That's not respect. Okay? If you don't, even with those neighbors we've crashed with, I respect them and I respect their boundaries, and I don't step beyond my boundaries. So have that. Once you have that in your life, things will go on well. Of course, some people will not be happy with you, but you don't mind about those ones. But okay, always have boundaries. You go beyond. Actually, we have a saying in Uganda, nyindo ojinyigirize nnyo ereeta omusaayi. So don't, even if you're a mentor, don't encroach on your mentees. I have them, so many send me messages, and so many invite me to their homes. But I don't. I respect them. At times I go, at times I don't. But still, even if I went, I would not just start, hey. No. You have to know where you end. There are some people, they have just known me on social media, through this YouTube. And then they send me a message, you didn't handle this one like this. Basirumwe. You should focus. Your eyes are put some makeup. I put makeup. Did I knock at your door asking you that I want to start a YouTube channel? You knew me from YouTube. You came to know me from here. I did not ask you any idea. I did not ask you any content, that which content should I start making. And now, you think you know me better? You've not helped me reach the level I'm on today. And you're not going to help me reach the other level I'm going to. Actually, most of them, they're not even subscribers. There are people who just come to watch and go. And then they say, I'm not doing well. And then they come and watch. And then, so life is like that. Learn your boundaries. That's what I learned from these yaks, or yach, or what, I don't know how you call it, but these boats, having those rubbers or those tires, in case they crash on one another, that friction will not break them. So let us learn to have those rubbers around us, so that we don't crash with our spouses, with our friends, with our oggies and obbies, with so many times, I've seen those obbies and oggies trash because of not respecting one another. I remain your friend, Dr. Zama Damas. Thank you for attending the webinar. People signing from all over the world. I'm so happy for those who attended. It was massive. I was so happy. And we are looking forward to our next one in July. It will be around 20th. I'll communicate better. And if you pay early, it's just 10K. But when we enter late, or we enter July towards the date, the fee goes to 15,000. Some people ask me, why do I charge for the webinars? My dear, why do you pay for school fees at your school? Even the Bible colleges are not for free. They are for paying. Why do you buy a Bible? This is my thing, you know? Nchange nange yomulimo gwange chovansa shuza. So we look forward to hear from you. Properties for sale and chicken is still going on. I remain your friend. See you in the next one. Bye.